Alright, Chainsaw Man chapter 179 came out today, and the title of this chapter is Vamvaga, which is about the same in Japanese. I'm not really sure if there's a significance to what he's saying here. It's not hamburger, but I was trying to look up if it's like an onomatopoeia in Japanese for like chainsaw noises. Not really. So I don't really think Vamvaga really means anything. But anyways, speaking of the chapter, Pochita pulls his chainsaw cord and regrows parts of his upper body. But instead of taking up on the aging devil's offer of eating him bits by bits, he crawls away from him and then looks for other sources of blood. Other human beings to donate blood to him. Because Pochita doesn't want to kill little kids, unlike most of us. But anyways, the aging devil starts questioning Pochita's intelligence, and meanwhile, Yoru sees the aging devil holding Pochita up by his head, and she misunderstands him. She thinks that the aging devil is here to steal her kill, so she gets upset. And while she's doing that, Asa tries again to persuade Yoru against further violence against Chainsaw Man, because there's been a lot of destruction, a lot of death, and she's not really a fan of that. But Yoru refuses. She brings up Fami's plan, her promise, and, their desire to help Denji. Asa is skeptical of that plan, but Yoru insists that the plan will work. She says she believes in Fami, but I suspect that she just doesn't care. But in this moment, Asa takes her body back because she is scared of what Yoru is doing. And in the beginning of part 2, Yoru mentioned that she can't take over Asa's body when she is afraid. So Asa has control over her body again. But Yoru adapted pretty quickly. She pretends to back off, and then she plays the sympathy card. She guilt trips Asa. And because Asa has some kind of feelings for Yoru at this point, she falls for it, and in that instant where her guard falters, Yoru takes back Asa's body again. And then she starts blasting. She fires at the aging devil very cutely. She looks like very wholesome here. She looks like she could be inviting you to be the lead guitarist of her band in a different genre. But anyways, she fires her finger bullet at the aging devil. So that seems like that's what the missing index fingers of the Americans went to. But the aging devil stops time completely. He surveys the area, he analyzes what's happening, he sees Yoru, he sees the bullet, and he thinks that she is weak and dumb. He can't believe that she thought that the little tiny finger bullet could kill him. And then the aging devil suggests that both Pochita and Yoru will need to mature so that they can talk. He then disintegrates the bullet and says that he will make them grow up. And that ends the chapter. So it's looking like the aging devil is going to turn both Pochita and Yoru old so that he can talk to them. So similar to this picture we have here of Time Wizard turning Dark Magician into an older Dark Magician. So what's most likely going to happen next chapter is Yoru and Pochita team up in the 2-on-1 against the Aging Devil. But at the same time, the Aging Devil was pretty insistent on them talking to him, which is why he's turning them older so that they can be mature. So if we're taking this literally, he's going to change their mental state to an older version of themselves. So what does that mean exactly? So like if he turns Asa Yoru 50 years older, are they going to have visions of the future of like the next 50 years? Which is the only way I can really see like a conversation breaking out of this. Maybe we'll even get to know why the Aging Devil wants to be erased. Maybe there's some really horrible future that needs the Aging Devil to be out of a way to avoid. Maybe he's trying to help them after all. Seems unlikely, but it's possible. Because I can't really see why he would even want to talk to them at this point. But more than likely, they'll just fight. Because the past couple chapters, all action. Looks like that's going to happen the next couple chapters as well. But yeah, that's the end of the chapter. Again, a short chapter. A lot less for me to talk about today than last week. And the next chapter is going to come 2 weeks from now because we have a bi-weekly schedule between this chapter and the next. But yeah, that's about the end of all I have to talk about today. But yeah, if there are no questions, I guess we can just end it here for tonight. And then I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.